Quiet on the set.
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
Action!
Well, gobble gobble, my AKAPADers. Hopefully the turkey sound effects aren't bothering you too much. I'd like to get into the spirit, and I love Thanksgiving. I think Thanksgiving is one of the most important holidays we have in the calendar year. I don't care. This is a day, this is a time, this is an opportunity. Get together with the people you love. Get together with your friends. See them around this time. Everyone has off of work anyway. Take advantage of it. And you know what? Do a little bit of history. Observe what the day is about and the creation of the day. Guys, I'm sorry. A lot of those TikToks and a lot of that low-hanging fruit, feel-good politics stuff doesn't really apply to what Thanksgiving really is and the true origin of the holiday. With all of that said, my AKAPADers, if you're still with me, it's Thanksflicking, the films I'm thankful for. And I want to get into something here. And I feel like my Thanksgiving statement rolls into this. Because with this podcast, I feel like I haven't done enough on superhero movies. I've ran away from it. And previously, I did this Arise, Serpentor Arise episode for the Sunday animation episode a couple weeks ago. It did super well, by the way. Excuse me, just getting a sip of coffee there. That episode exposed something in me that I was running away from my formative years. G.I. Joe, Transformers, Thundercats, Silverhawks, Smurfs. Ran away from it. It was somewhat of a task to get to animation for this podcast. And equally, somewhat of a task to get to superheroes. I grew up on superheroes. I grew up obsessed with superheroes, reading every article, memorizing everything I could, keeping notebooks, curating anything that had a superhero image on it, and then later rejecting all of it in life. And I want to say, these are the things. Knowing what I know today, I don't know how my parents let me get away with some of it, but they saw me like wholeheartedly rejected around women. And I understand you want your son to be happy. They would want me and my sister to be happy, and they would respect our decisions, but no pushback, no hard line. I wouldn't let someone get away with that today. Now, given you can move on and grow and become disinterested in something, but it was clear I never really let go of any of it. So by the time we do this podcast, by the time this rolls around, at the time it had a different title. There's even a middle title before the Film Buff was born. All that's available within this thread, by the way. Just keep scrolling. It's all there. You can go to akapad.com. Just go under the talk page. You can explore some of that right there. But I ran away from superhero movies, and we've done content around some of these releases this past July. Superman, Fantastic Four, just lots and lots and lots and lots. And I always had a feeling that I was just playing catch up with myself. Even as I created the list for this year's Thanksflicking, I debated leaving this movie out. Even though minutes ago, I was just watching this fucking movie. I was just watching it. I blast it. I like to watch it when I'm alone. I like to watch it when the lights are low. Meaning the sun's got to set, because we got giant windows here. I just love this movie. I love the visuals. I love the opening. I love the soundtrack. I listen to the soundtrack so much. Like the music, U2, Seal, Flaming Lips. I love the colors and the costumes and the set design. And I go back to when I first saw this movie, and I rejected it. I walked out of the theater. It wasn't the Tim Burton Batman. How could they do this? It wasn't Tim Burton's Batman Returns. It's a different thing. It's a different tone. And what's going on? And I feel like edging itself away from Tim Burton set up the next movie for absolute disappointment. Here's the wild thing, AK Powers. I like Batman and Robin. The older I get, the more I like that movie. And that's the film going experience. Nicole Kidman in this flick. The hottest babe in any superhero movie ever. We have the greatest villain duo. I will take Tommy Lee and Jim Carrey over Danny DeVito and Michelle Pfeiffer any day of the week. They're just so much fun. The architecture of Gotham City, it looks gothic and monolithic and has like just naked people like instead of gargoyles. It's really like naked men just holding buildings up. I love the look of this movie. I always hated the ending. I thought the Batboat and it's holy, right? We all know that Chris O'Donnell Robin line. It's holy. It's holy, Batman. I just never, and I'm going way back, but I never thought this movie could hold a candle to especially the leap between Batman and Robin. Batman Forever, to me, was this bastard level movie. There were parts of it I always appreciated, yes, that I always liked. This was a movie I always put on, even during the VHS days, but I never saw it for what it was. So, we want to say, I'm grateful for this movie because it taught me how to sit down and enjoy something. Just be open about it. Just be a little bit free. Don't be hung up. Be accepting of what's in front of you. Does it have to connect to the other two? Can it be standalone? It doesn't matter. What if this is the only Batman movie I see my entire life? Those approaches, which are prevalent in the film buff today, come out of my lifelong Batman Forever experience. I think this movie is incredible. I think it's fantastic. I think the people that are against this movie or have moved against it for a heck of a long time, I don't know. They're just not fun people. They can't enjoy themselves. Can't have a good time. So I'm not just going to sit down and stew and be upset and fake hate something. And that doesn't mean I cannot not be accepting of some movies. Right? We sometimes make episodes of films like Nightmare Alley very recently, for example. I just can't get into it. I don't think it's very entertaining. I'm not vested in that movie. I'm just not. I'd rather kind of watch something else. So yeah, not everything's for everyone, but at the same time, I remember this. I mean, the posters and the advertising, the colors of the posters alone got me excited. I just hated the ending so much. I just couldn't understand why they were kind of in this like amusement park. Can we just kind of have a decent fight? And it really goes like Batman Forever is the third straight ending that made you scratch your head. This one is so over the top. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with the question mark lights and the lair of the Riddler. Like, who cares? It's awesome. They're rock and rolling. You know, like, he has money. I never thought about how the Riddler came up with the lair at the end, but they have so much money from the device that he's making, you know, the whole plot of the movie, that he built it. That's it. AKA Powers, and he's enough of a genius to design it. The Riddler in this is a true opposite of Bruce Wayne, which is the way he always should be. I still think it's the best on-screen Riddler, Jim Carrey, we have ever seen. Alright, AKA Powers, for Thanksflicking, 1995. At one point, right, the biggest 3-day opening in Hollywood history. Just so you guys know, too, before we get out of here, this film, budget $100 million, box office $336 million. And moving forward, we will do way more in superhero movies, my AKA Powers. I make a promise to you. I feel like between that this and the Serpentor Arise G.I. Joe episode, I don't know, I'm feeling just a little bit more complete with what we're doing here. So thank you guys, rock and roll. Happy Thanksflicking.
Okay, that's a wrap.